It started like it always did. A phone call at the beginning of the month. "Hey, Mom," my son, Jacob, would say, his voice slightly rushed, a mix of stress and that familiar charm he used to melt hearts as a kid. "Can we talk for a second? It's about Jackson's school again." That's how it began, every single time. Jacob was my only child. I raised him mostly on my own after his father passed away when he was 12. We struggled for a while, but he was a good kid. He studied hard, stayed out of trouble, and eventually earned a scholarship to college. After that, he built a career in real estate and married a woman named Erica, who was lovely but had a taste for finer things in life. I was proud of him. I always told everyone at church how Jacob had grown into such a responsible man. A family man. He had a 4-year-old daughter and a 7-year-old son, Jackson, who had just gotten accepted into a private academy downtown. Jacob said the school would give Jackson a head start in life, better education, more opportunities, and a better shot at success. I understood that. I was a public school kid myself, but I always wished I'd had access to more. So when Jacob asked for help with the tuition $4,000 each month, I didn't think twice. I'm retired now. I live a quiet life in Fort Worth, Texas. Nothing extravagant. My late husband, Mark, and I were savers. We never went on expensive trips or bought luxury items. We kept things simple and tucked money away for the future. That money was supposed to help me live comfortably in my later years and maybe even leave something behind for my grandchildren. But I'm a mom first. So when Jacob asked for help, I gave him the money. "Just until we get past the rough spot," he promised. "Once the commissions start coming in again, I'll pay you back every cent." Those words stayed with me. I never asked for a repayment schedule. I never even pressed him for details. I trusted him. Every first week of the month, I'd transfer $4,000 into his account. He'd say thank you. I'd ask how Jackson was doing in school. He'd tell me about some project or field trip, and I'd smile, feeling good about doing my part for the family. It went on for almost a year. And then something happened. One Saturday, I decided to visit the city. My friend Helen had invited me to lunch at the new cafe near the Galleria in Dallas. I hadn't seen Helen in months, and it felt good to put on a nice dress, curl my hair, and spend the afternoon catching up. We laughed about old times, reminisced about our kids, and talked about her new interest in pottery. After lunch, we strolled around the shopping plaza. I wasn't planning to buy anything, just window shopping. But then I saw them. Jacob and Erica. They were across the street, walking hand in hand, looking like a couple from a magazine. She had on a sleek black dress and heels that looked far too expensive for a casual day out. But it wasn't her dress that caught my eye. It was the bag. A large, shiny Louis Vuitton tote, the kind I'd seen in the storefront window just minutes earlier. I knew that bag. I'd stopped to look at the price. $3,850. I felt my chest tighten. I thought I must be mistaken. Maybe it was a knockoff. Maybe someone had gifted it to her. But then I saw Jacob carrying another bag, the shopping kind. And then they walked right into the Louis Vuitton store. Helen noticed the change in my face. "Isn't that Jacob?" she asked. I nodded slowly, my eyes locked on them. "And isn't that the same bag you just looked at?" I didn't respond. I stood frozen, staring at the two people I had trusted, wondering what in the world was going on. That night, I couldn't sleep. My mind replayed the moment over and over. Erica's expensive purse. Jacob laughing as they strolled into one of the most expensive stores in the city. My $4,000 disappearing every month in the name of Jackson's tuition. I wasn't angry. Not yet. I was confused. Maybe there was an explanation. Maybe he had a good month. Maybe he'd earned a bonus. Maybe he had already paid the tuition, and this had nothing to do with the money I gave him. So I called him the next day. "Hey, honey," I said, trying to sound calm. "How's everything going?" "Hey, Mom. Things are good. Erica and I took the weekend off. We've been needing some time together." I paused. "Did you guys go shopping yesterday?" He chuckled. "Yeah, Erica's birthday's coming up. Just got her a little something." I swallowed hard. "Jacob, I saw you. You were at the Galleria. I saw the Louis Vuitton bag." There was silence on the other end. Mom, he started, but I cut him off. I thought the $4,000 was for Jackson's tuition.
He sighed.
It is.
It was.
I mean, I've been paying the tuition, but things are tight, and I figured, just this once, Erica deserved something nice. She's been holding everything together, and he trailed off. I stayed silent. He tried again. Mom, I didn't mean to hurt you or lie. I didn't think you'd understand. You're always so frugal, and Erica isn't like that. She grew up differently. She's used to a certain lifestyle. That's not the point, Jacob, I said softly. I gave you that money for your son, not for designer handbags. He didn't have much else to say. We hung up, and I sat in my living room, staring at the photo of Jacob as a boy, his toothy grin, his messy hair, his eyes full of wonder and hope. How do we get here? Over the next week, I wrestled with myself. Should I cut him off? Should I confront Erica? Should I demand that he pay me back? But what hurt the most wasn't the money. It was the betrayal. The fact that he didn't value the sacrifice I was making. That he saw me as a bank account rather than a mother trying to help. A few days later, I called him again. I've decided something, I told him. What is it? He asked cautiously. I'm not giving you any more money. He was silent. I love you, Jacob. I love Jackson. But I worked for that money. I saved it for years, and I gave it to you in good faith. I'm not angry that you wanted to buy your wife a gift, but I am hurt that you didn't think twice about using money meant for your child's future. He tried to argue. But Mom, we're still in a rough patch. I didn't budge. Then you need to live within your means. Jackson's your responsibility, not mine. I'll always be here for you emotionally, but I'm done writing checks. He didn't speak for a moment. Then he muttered, I understand. I hope you do. We didn't talk for 2 weeks. It was the longest we'd gone without speaking in years. I felt guilty, but I also felt firm. I knew I had done the right thing. Eventually, he came to visit. He brought Jackson with him. Mom, he said, holding his son's hand. I want to say I'm sorry. I messed up. I took advantage of your kindness, and I hate myself for it. I looked at him. He seemed tired, different, humbled. I talked to Erica, he continued. I told her we're scaling back. We're moving into a smaller place next month. I enrolled Jackson in a great public school nearby. It's not fancy, but it's good. We'll make it work. I nodded, holding back tears. Thank you, I whispered. That means more than you know. He hugged me, and for the first time in a long while, I felt like I had my son back. Not the man pretending everything was fine, but the boy I raised. The one who understood what really mattered. Life went on. Jackson adjusted to his new school.
Erica took a part-time job.
And Jacob slowly began paying me back, not just in money, but in honesty, time, and respect.